What's up, guys? It's Nuke here, and today we're going to be doing a sort of how to canon thingy. But the way that this is, before you go watch somebody else or whatever, the way that this is going to be a lot different and a lot more informative than any other how to canon series that you've watched, is we're going to be going over everything, all from the very basics to the very top, everything. Everything that you need to know, because a lot of people, they can make a canon, they don't actually know what's going on, like the game mechanics, stuff like that. So today we're going to be going over order of entities, update order, game ticks, regular ticks, and tomorrow we're going to be doing in-depth on some TNT mechanics and triangles. But today let's just start off. So the things that we're going to be going through again: order of entities, what it is, what does it affect, how can we use it, and how does a pseudo nuke work. And then we're going to go through update order and stuff like that. So answering that first question, order of entities, what is order of entities? So order of entities basically states, alright, order of entities states that when something gets shot at a wall, or something gets hammered down, right? Say this is your sand comp. Okay. Say this is your sand comp. I know it's weird looking sand comp, whatever. Say this is your sand comp. So, and then you have a anvil right here. What's gonna happen is, since this is technically getting dropped first, it's going to hit the wall first. So whatever gets pulsed, dropped, or shot at the wall first is going to be at the bottom, and then from there on. And we'll get into that a little bit more later on in the video. But that's basically what order of entities is. It's the order of which things get stacked on the wall, what in your sand stack, or in a lot of other cases, just when it comes out, what position it is. What does it affect? I kind of already stated that affects, the positions and stuff that actually comes out. How can we use it in canoning? And that kind of ties into how does a pseudo nuke work. So in a pseudo nuke, say you have a 15 long sand comp, right? So you would time that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, say that's 15 TNT. I mean 15 sand. I know it's not, but whatever. We would say, okay, 15 sand. And then after that falls, we put 1 TNT. We order the piece of TNT into that middle part. And what that's going to do is it's going to say, okay, this TNT is ordered after this line is signed, or right before it, then it's just going to go in the stack. Let me get rid of that really quick, and let me show you what's next. Oh, let me go over game ticks. So game ticks are anything that the game does. So I'm only going to be showing things that are related to canoning, but what the game does. So the time that flies by, sand falling, pistons moving, anything happening is going to happen in game ticks, and that's just how it's going to be, and that's just how it is. So a piston moving, pushing, is 1 game tick. I mean 3 game ticks. Sorry. A repeater, 2 game ticks. It's also 0.1 seconds, by the way. And a piston pushing out usually takes about 1.5 seconds. Sand falls in game ticks. Anvils fall into game ticks. Any entity in movement follows game ticks as well. So that's what game ticks and normal ticks are. Just as another recap, game ticks control things in the game. Again, pistons moving, things falling, days turning, weather, everything in this video game. Game ticks run off of. Normal ticks are just normal ticks. Okay, update order. What the update order is saying that, okay, so the game updates everything every game tick. So every piston push and stuff, that's only updated every game tick. So what it's saying is that in that game tick, it's going to be repeaters, comparators, and then pistons that'll order. It'll order like that. So even though these are all going off of the same game tick, technically, these are going to be rendered first, rendered second, and rendered third. We could show that by right there. Perfect. So you can see, even though, so this repeater would have powered this and went off first, This would have went out second, this one went out third, even though they're all in the exact same game tick. The way that we could show this even better is like this, both on the same ticks. Since these are comparators, they're going to render after, and these are going to render first. As you can see, even though they were on the same exact timings, and that's how tunnelers work too. So that tunneled right there, even though it didn't look like a tunnel, it's because there's not a lot of tunneler, not a lot of tunnel TNT. But for example, if one piece of TNT blew up there, or this could be as many pieces of TNT, it would have only blown up one. But when you go ahead and tunnel, or do this, and you put this, and you render your actual, this would be your tunnel, or your scatter in this case. When you render your scatter just slightly before your power, it goes ahead and tunnel. And that's just how Minecraft works. So I'm going to leave you guys off with, before you watch the next video, go ahead, get a grasp of this, mess around with it, test with it, whatever you want. Make sure you have a decent understanding of it, and make yourself a tunneler. If you already know what you're doing, you don't have to, or whatever. This is more so for like people who are just starting. They can go ahead and make yourself a tunneler. Mess around with order of updates. Mess around with OOE. See what you could do with it, and just get a good grasp of it before we move on to triangles and TNT mechanics in the next video. So if you guys enjoyed, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe, and hopefully this helps some people. I nuke out.